Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Dane, aka Danetron, and I'm a sketchbook and digital artist. In this video, I kind of just wanted to do a sketchbook tour of my Volume 1 sketchbook. Now, this isn't my first ever sketchbook. This is kind of just like the beginning of a new art journey that I started in 2024. And it's kind of just getting back into the habit of sketching daily sketches and trying to get better, but mostly kind of just having fun. So, yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so here's kind of like the title page. Um, I tend to name my sketchbooks. I just think it's fun. So, Volume 1, Dreams and Madness. So, you can see I began it in July 2024 and I actually finished it a month later. At this point in time, I was drawing a lot. I kind of just wanted to really fill up the sketchbook as quick as I could. Just try to get a lot of mileage in from what I remember. Are dreams, are they real? And then I do these kind of, I call it an afterlife script, just kind of some made up writing, sigils. First drawing is a ghost, which at the time I didn't plan on continually drawing them. It just became, I don't know, kind of a theme. And I like these characters here, this afterlife script. Some skulls, little thug dude with a tiny beanie. I like drawing that. Big heads with small hats. This is another thing I tend to draw a lot, which is somebody vomiting. And then this one has an eyeball attached to it, and it's surprised. Cool characters here. And his shirt. And here's what I'm pretty sure is supposed to be the Hulk. Practicing some anatomy here, some muscle work, and it looks like I didn't like this back half of his body. I just shaded it out, and I tend to do that if I don't like something, try to make it look like that was what I intended to do. Cool little multi-eye demon here. Here's a bunch of face sketches, head sketches. Nothing really jumps out. I like this guy's expression with his popping eyes. Got a rocket launch here. This was 4th of July, it looks like. It kind of remind me of Tremors a little bit, but not really. Shine or die trying. Here's another big-headed thug with a small beanie. And here's the first Cthulhu of the sketchbook. And this one still holds up pretty well. I like this one still. 6 fingers was intended. So that's not a mistake. Some cool Cthulhu language here, just made up. And I did use a red marker. I'm pretty sure I did it just to see if it bled through to the next page, to see if I wanted to do mixed media in the sketchbook, and it did not bleed through. But yeah, still overall cool drawing, cool smoke. Not too much to say about these sketches. These funny head popping off the body I used to do a lot. I don't do this so much anymore, like this one. We have some female sketches here. This one's decent. And I know I started off drawing a female here, and then I didn't like how the face turned out. So I just made her transform into a monster. And then my son grabbing a hold of my sketchbook and scribbling. He's done that in this one, and then volume 2 as well. Cool vortex background here on this one. And Grim Reaper with a huge head. It's a cool one. Here's first use of the red pen in this book. And I tend to do this a lot recently, is the kind of like this electric aura. But I like this one. It's nice and simple, cool composition. Turned out good. Here's another Cthulhu. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It looks like I added the arms as an afterthought here, so it doesn't really work out. And then some of the hand sizes are off. Yeah. Like this boxer dude. Yeah. Not too much else to say about these guys. Some type of monster hunter here. I used to draw these hunters, kind of like a Bloodborne. And here I actually had a whiteout pen that I used to use to either fix things or add white within the shadows. I don't know if you can see that too well. You got another Vomit Man. Ooh. Another hunter here. And then I actually used this idea and extended it to this guy here. Added a bunch of eyes on his head. I see. Some anatomy practice here. Little monstrosity. And on this executioner guy, I actually used a couple mixed media here, some markers, and then on top of that, I used, I think it was a paint marker to do this white smoke effect, and it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, some ghosts practicing some flowy smoke, and this is definitely Dark Souls inspired. Nothing specific, but that's definitely what I had in mind when I did this sketch. Cloth work turned out pretty good. Still looks good. And these borders here actually make the drawing pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one. Crazy tongue here. Some doodles. Here's one of my favorites in the book. Just this, my version of an alien from the franchise. A little different, more organic looking. Cool composition and action. Got some kind of monstrosity guy here. Some more little doodles. Nothing really stands out too much. Like this guy's expression. Abomination guy, monstrosity here. Practicing a perspective. This is a cool 2-page spread here. I think this was supposed to be me, and then kind of what's inside my mind at the time. Eyeballs and tentacles. It's a cool one. Practicing some cloth work for sure, and some anatomy work. Here's another Cthulhu. He's a thick guy, thick Cthulhu. And I actually used that whiteout pen again for the kind of the smoke effects here. And again, with that electricity aura, a little overused in this piece, I feel like, but not a horrible one. Cool cloaked figure here. This is a cool monstrosity here. Nice detailing and rendering here. I used to do these, I don't know what you would call them. They're kind of just like organic cabling. Another big-headed thug with a small beanie. And here is actually where I started using the blue pen. And these are some cool ones. This guy's really crazy looking. I like this guy's core shadowing. Really worked. Yep, definitely practicing the cross hatching now. Yeah, it's basically everywhere. This guy turned out pretty cool. Practicing the hatching. Big devil dude. Whenever I draw horns, I usually use this style of horn, like a more detailed texture. And here's where I started using the magenta pen with the blue and figured out that's a pretty cool combo. Practicing other color combinations here and working on the shading. I like this one. Here I was using the red pen, which I don't really like with the blue, and definitely didn't at the time because these are the only 2 pages with that. Shading is done okay here. I like these characters, and this guy turned out pretty cool. I like this guy, very sinister looking. I used the whiteout on his eyes, so maybe I did give him some pupils, and I didn't like that. Yeah, that one turned out good. More of the organic cabling here. Bunch of sketching here. Actually draw this guy with the fire hair a couple more times in this volume. And now we are in August. Most of the time I do these monthly title pages, and this one was a 2-page spread. I remember staying up pretty late to finish this one, and I still enjoy it. This one's pretty cool. Lots of details. And when I did the shading here, kind of following the flow of his cape, and that turned out pretty cool. Again, using the blue and magenta combo. Cool little vomit alien guy. Some funny characters. Here's that firehead guy. And I like this background that I used. And this crazy demon here. I like how I did the red inside the mouth, the eyes. Just really crazy. Cool composition. I like this skull, how this skull turned out. And the shading on this one's pretty cool. Here we got a tentacle priest, the crazed look, and his expression, his eyes kind of looking outwards, reminds me of Pennywise from It. Just creepy. Oh no. This guy, he kind of reminds me of the Joker here. That might have been what I was going for. He's getting taken over by these tentacles. It's a cool one. I like the layout of this sketch. Here on this guy, I used a new black pen. I actually didn't like it, so this is the only time I used it. Here's the firehead guy again, even more pissed off. Eyeball monster. Not a big fan of this one. Don't really like how the people's irises came out in this one, and in the background, don't really like how that turned out. The shading isn't like gradual enough. But yeah, that's why I don't really show this one off too much. The axe murderer guy is cool. I like this cross hatching here. It gives it a lot of action. And this Cthulhu is probably my favorite piece in this sketchbook. It just kind of turned out the way I wanted it to. The outline really makes him stand out. And his tentacles turned out good. Yeah, overall, just cool. Some anatomy practice. This is a cool background on this guy. The electricity coming off. And I like this skull. Cool little outline detailing here. Vomiting pyramid or Dorito. That one's cool. Another hunter character. Cool kind of shadowing on this skull. More tentacles. And here's a Azathoth drawing. It's a cool 2-page spread. The flow of the tentacles is still pretty good. Yeah, I like how it turned out. And this one is also one of my favorites here. It really reminds me of Berserk for some reason. I think that's what was in my head when I was drawing this sketch. Nothing specific, but just having fun. The ghosts and clouds. It's a cool one. Here's another alien. The teeth aren't that good in this one. Not a big fan of that. I like this guy's hair. I did the hatching with the form. Cool skeleton sketch here. The lightning, electricity going through it. Big eyeball. Some tentacle sketches here. And a big demon guy. Not a big fan of this one. Mostly because the circle's probably off, but decent. And this guy's pretty cool. He's wild tongue with eyes. Crazy expression here. And that's the end. We come to our last ghost to close off the book, to be continued in volume 2. Here we have August 13th. And yeah, that is the end of this sketchbook tour. Hope you guys enjoyed the content in this one with the extra commentary. Maybe it gave you a little bit more insight into the sketches and what I was thinking here in volume 1. Let me know which sketches were your favorite, if you had any, down in the comments. And like always, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you'd like to see some more of these. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.